Hi there, this is Amy. Thanks so much for stopping back. Tonight I'm going to continue on with doing a flat brush demonstration on how to make a basically ruffled petaled flower. And we will be using, this is Cayman Blue, Thicket Green, and then the yellow Citron, a little bit of berry wine, and the warm white. Warm white and the Cayman Blue are going to be used for the flower, as far as the flower petals, and then I'm going to of course use the Thicket Green and the Citron, yellow Citron for my stem and the little leaves, and then use a little bit of the Citron to do a little swirl, and same with the berry wine. Brushes I will be using are the 1-stroke 3/4 inch flat brush, the number 10 flat brush, and then one of my Winstonia fine liners. And we are going to get started. If you like my video, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel so that you continue to be able to see videos as soon as I post them. Make sure you hit on the bell that's down there so that you get notifications whenever I do post a new video. And basically what I'm doing right now for this flower is just double loading my larger, the 3/4 inch flat brush. I'm going to use it with the darker on the outside. Inside would be the warm white. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Basically, I'm just kind of wiggling my brush as I go around. You can make it, if you want to make it like a seashell shape, you can. I'm just kind of doing it more like a ruffle. We'll leave a little bit of spacing in between, not a whole lot, but just a tad, from one petal to the next. And they're not identical, they're not meant to be, even size-wise, they're just meant to be kind of next to each other. We continue on. Now, when you're doing this, if you try to recreate this, you may have to start in the opposite direction. Please keep in mind that I am a lefty, so I start in a different direction a lot of times than a right-handed person would do. And then we're going to continue on. Kind of swing it around down this way. Whoops. I am doing this on black cardstock, so it doesn't always move as nicely as it would on glass. So keep that in mind as well. I am going to then I like to do a tad bit lighter, and I'm taking a little bit of the blue on the one tip and putting some white in it, some of the warm white, just to make it a little bit lighter, because I'm going to put a petal here in the middle. It kind of fills up some of these gaps, and you'll see the whole purpose of it here in a minute. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's more. Okay, so again, it's just a tad bit lighter. I don't really do a lot of color mixing. I know a lot of people that do videos do. Kind of need to get into that, but I really don't do a whole lot. Okay, so this stroke here is going to come up into this flower, and it's going to be kind of a different stroke where I just do like almost like a C, just ruffle part of it. Then I'm going to come back in here, add another stroke, which is not as big, but it's kind of going into that little C stroke. Then I'm going to turn my paper, which is one thing that's nice about painting on paper, is that you can turn it. Now this stroke that I'm going to do here is going to be kind of a big one. Now you can break it off if you want. I just need to add some more paint. Or you can keep it going. And then I'm going to kind of go back over it here a little bit. And then finish it off with a swoop. I'm going to put that in there like that. Like that. So you can kind of see, I might even make it a tad bit darker. You can kind of still see a little bit of that lighter petal below, back here. And there will be a reason why that's going to continue to play an important part here. I'm then going to go into double loading my brush with the yellow Citron. And the Thicket. And I'm going to put a little notch here on this flower to make it like it's the part where I'm going to attach. And it's kind of a, almost a C-shape type of stroke. Couldn't think of the word. Now I'm going to add my stem. I kind of swing it up. I want it to be kind of wavy. And I'm going to go back over it again just to kind of add some more color to it. Make it a little thicker. Get some of that green in there. Kind of swing it around. And I can do this too. Come back up this way and pull it this direction if I want to. Alright. The next thing I'm going to add are just some odd, they're kind of odd little leaves. But they're basically using the smaller, the 10 inch, or number 10 I should say, it's not 10 inch. But I'm just going to do almost like a C stroke with it, like that. Now you could just do one if you wanted, or as many as you want. As you know, if you're somebody that watches my flower painting videos, you know that I like leaves. So I'm going to be adding 3. And I like odd numbers. And then what I'm also going to do is go back over this stem just to kind of blend those in a little bit. They don't look like they're just kind of stuck on there. I like this citron green, or yellow citron I guess is what it's called. Alright, so then my next step is going to be to add, and I don't know what the proper, if it's stamen for these, but I'm going to add them in up here. And just kind of lightly put them in as much as possible. Some this direction. And that's why I said that was the importance of this blue. The blue one was to have them come out at in that spot. And then for the tip of each one of these, I'm going to use the berry wine and just kind of do a little, kind of like a little C shape over the top of them. You can do as many as you want, if you like 3s, 6s, 5s, whatever, doesn't matter, that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is just come back in here, and I want to, actually what I'm going to do is start up here, kind of do a swirly, come down here, and then continue on doing a swirly. And I may have to go over these a little bit. On the black it doesn't show up quite as well, but you get the gist. Now all of this is just for the purpose of doing the videos. It's not actually something I'm going to be selling. Now if I'm doing the painted glass, yes, it will be sold. Or for sale, I should say. Not necessarily sold. I'd like to know that they're being sold. And I'm going to bring it out here. This is just to add some whimsical interest to this. If you don't like the scrolling or the little swirls, you don't have to do this part. If you like the flower, that's awesome. And then I'm going to go back in and then maybe just do some with the green Citron. Got too much of the red in there. The part of this I'm going to go over. And it's okay if it has some of the red in it, that's fine. You're going to pick it up a little bit, you know, as you're swirling it through the wet paint, so yeah, just have fun with it. Like I said, if you don't like the swirlies, that's great. You know, just leave them off. You don't have to have them. If you think it looks odd, you know, more, you know, that's fine. It's not something you have to have in your painting. Just something makes it a little bit more whimsical. If it's too thin, then you go back over it. You can even add in more of the darker green if you choose to do that. And if you want to add in some of that to it too. So basically very simple. And that is the intent, is for it to be simple. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me down in the comments. If there's anything in particular you would like to see in my videos, please give me a shout out in the comments below as well. If you like my video, make sure that you give me a big thumbs up and that you share my videos too if you have anybody that you think would be interested. And feel free to ask them to share them as well. So here it is, just one crazy flower, pretty and blue, and there you go. Again, I appreciate you stopping by, and until the next video, I will see you the next time. Thanks so much.